Welcome back to the Court Farm Chipping Norton crossover for episode 23 with me, Mr. Sealy P. Here on Chipping Norton, our secondment from Court Farm continues. We are heading up to Clarkson's farm, Diddly Squat Farm, and we are out of manure. We've used all of it. And I still haven't completed my fertilising contracts. Clarkson has still got a seeding contract, but what has also been brought to my attention, and they're going to need some help. Look at that view, look at it. What has been brought to my attention is we've got some withered fields. I said we have. Clarkson has got some withered fields, which need to be dealt with, because in the immortal words of the group U2, your crops wither without you. Took me ages to think of that one. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we've got fertilising jobs to carry on with, we've got a few bits and bobs to do. We're going to stop that there. Yeah, at the end of the last episode I made a right old hash of the total mix ration. Don't worry about that, we can ignore that. It's all good. What we are going to do though is go and check on the chickens, because I think they're going to need some feed. Fill that up, but I need to put this into a trailer. I found when I tried to take it down before, it didn't like it from the bucket. It needed to be from a trailer. So what we'll do, we'll grab that trailer out. It's a bit large, but it's all right. I'm sure it'll be fine. Do that and that. So yeah, we're going to go out to the fields. We've got some cultivating to do. We do have a cultivator, but I'm thinking the fields do need ploughing as well, so ploughing in the withering would work. But we've also, I think I did it on Alma, didn't I? I'm thinking that potentially using those cultivators that plough at the same time might not be a bad way of going about it, or I could just plough, I guess, but it will take a lot longer. But I can do. We are also going to be taking, we've got milk we need to take down to Clarkson's mini productions, his little factory. There's a load going on down there, stuff that needs to be loaded, but what we're going to be doing is borrowing Clarkson's sprayer for fertilising our fields. We're contracting for him, we're helping him out. We used his manure, and it's sort of payment for what we're helping him do, because we're going to go out and we're going to sort the withered fields out. We're probably going to sort out that last sowing contract he's got at the moment, moving some bits and bobs around. So the payment is, yeah, we get to use the sprayer and that kind of thing. So it's all good. Oh, we have got a load of eggs down here, haven't we? Blimey, okay, I didn't realise we had that much down here. That will need to be sorted out. Don't know how much of this is going to take. Potentially all of it. Oh, we are on grain door, that's alright. Yep, all of it. Probably should have done a couple of baskets. I don't know what we'll do. A couple of baskets? Buckets would be the word. Let's switch on to Clarkson's and we'll go to here. Chickens. Oh, that's alright. We're not far off full now. I wasn't sure how we'd be looking. We didn't need another full bucket. We're all good there. As far as feed goes for the cows, they're okay. They've got total mix ration. Weirdly, that forage mix that went horribly wrong at the end of the last episode, when I unloaded it, the entire thing unloaded as hay. So I put that all in as hay, because you've got silage you can do at 90%. I mean, this is one of those ones where the actual percentages are a little bit different to standard. So I can do total mix ration with 100% effectiveness. But if I don't want to mess around doing total mix ration, I can just do silage. Silage is at 90%. That's not much of a hit. And the hay's at 80. So to be fair, if they run out of total mix ration, I could do, I can make some more ration up. But I don't need to if I don't want to. Right, chicken's okay. But we are going to sort out collecting all the stuff. And the greenhouse is still cracking away, and all this stuff, including what we're going to take the milk down to the production now, and we'll take the skid steer loader, telehandler with the forks on it. Actually, I might have to go backwards and forwards, because all the stuff I say all the stuff, most of the stuff, the sugar that's being produced is going to the brewery. Oh, it does not like that, does it? The flour that's being produced, that's interesting. I'm getting 0 turn on that. Slowly, slowly, slowly. The tighter I turned, the worse it did it. Yeah, there's flour. What else are we producing down there? Sugar's going to the... Oh, butter. So the butter, the flour, the produce here and the eggs are all going to Diddley Squat Farm shop to be sold at the shop. That's why they're all being produced here. So what I'll do is just put this trailer back. Actually, while we're here and we're on Clarkson's, we need to look at... Yeah, so it's got a sowing contract for sugar beet, which is active. It's the only one available. Actually, what I'm going to do, I think I'll put this back this side. I don't think... Does that trailer have a rear hitch to it? I don't think it does. I will spend some time... you guys have seen me loading and unloading produce and stuff, so you don't have to see me loading it, but... Let's open those forks out. I can drop that bale off. There we go. Just want to have a quick look at the rear of this trailer. No, I'm not sure whether this is going to hook up to the... wasn't this the one that always had problems, the JCB? Before its rear hitch didn't like hooking up to certain things. Well, it seems to have done alright so far. Did this receive an update at some point? I'm trying to remember. Won't do ball hitch, will it? Oh, it will, okay. That is full. Okay, I wasn't sure if it would be. We'll take this down. I'll move a few bits and bobs about, and then what I'll do is we'll take a tractor down with that flatbed trailer, because, like I said, we've got flour and stuff. The sugar I'll move out the way. That's got to go elsewhere. But I know that the butter and cheese production has run out of milk, so that's why we've got to take this down. Let's get the beacon on. We can have a look at the production down there. This is all the day-to-day stuff. So what we'll do then is we'll borrow the Bertu and see how we get on. It's funny, I like this map a lot, and I have to say it's very picturesque and it's a really nice map. I miss Court Farm. I know did I mention in the last episode, because doing the crossover I thought it'd be quite nice, you know, to bounce between the two. I know as far as this, I mean, this is still part of the Court Farm Let's Play, although we are on Chipping Norton now, and I know a few people had sort of commented to say this should be a separate Let's Play. I don't know, because I think if you followed the Let's Play right from the start and you're watching each episode, it makes sense. If I suddenly did this as a separate Let's Play or a separate playlist, then people would have to jump between playlists to find what they need, and I'm not sure that's... It's like, I know this is a weird way of looking at it. When I watched Green Arrow, is it Green Arrow? And The Arrow, whatever it was called, and The Flash TV series, and what was the other one? And they, every now and again, they would do a crossover episode between the two series. I've probably talked about this before as well. They would do a crossover episode. Now that was to entice people to watch the other series as well. So if you were only watching The Flash, you might have watched the other one and gone, oh, I might give that a watch. If you didn't watch it, there would be an episode or a couple of episodes here and there that you would miss. And you'd start the next episode and think, oh, this doesn't make sense. We've jumped. And it would be the same on the other series. So if you were watching that, there'd be an episode that crossed over onto the other series. And it's that kind of thing. I don't want it to get too disjointed. It's a tricky one to sort of handle. Anyway, as you can see, the productions are and have been running. If we deliver the milk, because we are on Clarkson's, we've got lights in here, lights on. So yeah, the sugar's all here. That production, that's still got some in storage. If we go to here, there's no sugar beet or sugar beet cut in here. And I think they've got some out here. Yeah, so we've got sugar beet and sugar beet cut for sugar production. And that is barley. Because I'm pretty sure I said wheat originally, it's not. So the milk's in here, which means we can get that. Is that still running anyway? Why is that not let me do the... Oh, there we go. Butter and cheese. We can get going again. We're not going to do chocolate. I suppose we could bring some sugar over. We could sell chocolate. Yeah, you know what? While we're here, I should have brought the bucket down, shouldn't I? Oh, but I need the pallet forks as well. So what we'll do... This telehandler is not liking anything that requires... Bear in mind, it's a... That's horrible. It does not want to turn. Considering that's a swivel axle on the trailer, it's like the axle's locked itself. That's really annoying. It does not want to move that axle. There we go. Come on. Let's get out of the way. So we'll disconnect that. We've got another door here. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. So the flour needs to be loaded up. That needs to go. I didn't check that, did I? I'm pretty sure. How's that looking? Yeah, we've got nothing in here. Wheat, barley, oats, or sorghum. There's a lot of flour stored though, a huge amount of flour stored. So that's all going to need to be delivered at some point. We'll put some onto a trailer to take up to the shop. If we take 23,000 litres, so 23 pallets, I think that's probably going to be a little bit too much. Let's close that, do that, there. Beacon off. It's just going to spawn some more now, but that goes back out again, shut out there. I have to say, in the last couple of Let's Plays, I've been doing a lot more pallet fork work. Pallet fork work. Rather than just CSZ pack forks, which was my go-to for quite a long time. Can I get all of them? I can, just. Probably shouldn't, but... There we go. And we'll get back down with the bucket at some point, then I'll get some more barley. Actually, do we need any more flour for the time being? Probably not. But they are going to need some more sugar beet and sugar beet cut. That is for certain to get some more sugar going. I suppose we could just... Oh, actually, no, some of this does need to go to the brewery, doesn't it? That's what I forgot. There's me putting it all over there to make chocolate for the farm shop. Oops. Getting carried away. Can I get that flattened out? No. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I still hooked them up, that's alright. I thought they might flatten against the wall. Yeah, so what I'll do at some point, I'll get that trailer, I mean, absolutely rammed. We'll get all the butter on, we'll get a load of flour on, we'll get all the stuff from the greenhouse on, and we'll get a load of stuff taken up to Diddley Spot farm shop. But for the time being, I think I've done what I was supposed to do. Brought the milk down, got that running. I'm just trying to get some of the pallets out of the way, you know. Actually, I'm just thinking of making this easier for the load. I love doing stuff like this. I've said it so many times before. Moving pallets around, stacking pallets, bale handling. I'm not always as precise as I could be or should be, but I just find it very therapeutic, very calming. Thank you to James, who's been reaching out. There's been a few people who've been reaching out since my last few videos. Answer as a percentage today, I reckon I'm up around 90. I reckon 90% of today. You know, I was pretty low earlier in the week, and yesterday I think I was up to 80, maybe 85. I reckon at 90% today. It's not actually pouring with rain today, which makes a lovely change. I mean, I could, yeah, I don't want to, because I'll start going down again. But I've got some serious DIY to do on the house. I don't own scaffolding or a long ladder or anything like that. But when we had the torrential rain the other day, it would appear out of nowhere, hasn't ever done it before, our guttering at the front of the house is blocked at one end where the downpipe is, just before the downpipe. Now it used to gush out the downpipe, no problem at all, but now it was coming over the side, right by the front door. So we had some parcels delivered. I felt so bad. We had some parcels delivered the other day, and the driver knocked on the door and opened the door, and it's pouring rain. He's got his waterproof on, he's holding these parcels, and everything's soaked. He's soaked. He said, I'm so sorry the parcels were. I said, don't be daft. I mean, it's absolutely horrendous rain. Where I'd opened the door, the water that was pouring down like a waterfall off the top of the guttering hit the top of the top edge of the door. It was the worst possible angle I could have moved the door to. It hit the top of the door and it soaked both of us. I mean, I was head to toe drowned. We had a good laugh about it. We really did. But blimey. So we've got to get up there and get that fixed. Now, if you've been watching my channel a long time, you know I'm not very good with heights. I don't like heights, especially ladders and things like that. And then out the back of the house, we've had some problem. We had some guttering and some stuff fixed a while back by some guys. This company that came out, who were less than reputable, let's just say that, did the work and went. And then we had a load of problems with it and couldn't contact them again. We rang the numbers, no one ever rang us back, no one came back. It was an absolute nightmare. So we're having a lot of problems with the guttering at the back of the house. But the problem is we had a company come out and say, yeah, we can fix that, 1,200 quid. I was like, I already paid to have this fixed once. And, you know, this has already been done. So I thought, you know what, the easy thing to do, we'll get some scaffolding or a ladder, we'll get up and we can sort it ourselves. But again, it's just time. It's the time it takes to do that, to get it fixed ourselves. It can be done, but then where do I find the time? And where do I find someone who's not scared of heights to go up the ladder and do it? Now, Mrs. Silly P, she's not bothered. Heights don't bother her at all. So she's more than happy. I'll go up and do it, she said. Honestly, it terrifies me, the whole thought of it. So potentially, it just means, you know, I mean, I know you can rent. There's a place not far from us where you can rent scaffolding. And you don't need to be a professional to put it up or anything like that. It comes very, you know, very straightforward instructions, that kind of thing. So potentially for the back of the house, for the front, we just need a ladder. We just need to get up the ladder and, you know. But again, I suppose I could probably rent one of those, tool station or what was it? Was it the hire shop that used to be? Does that still exist? The hire shop. 4,300 litres of liquid fertiliser. Let's go. I'm going to get these fields done no matter what. I don't know if we've seen the withered fields are without there, but so before the end of the episode we are going to get out with the cultivator plough. It's interesting because we do have ploughs which are subsoilers, but I suppose it's, yeah, somewhere along those lines, and we'll get some of that withered field soil because Clarkson's fields we need to get cracking Actually, that's a good point. We are March 2, so as far as our planting window goes, oh yeah, we're in the planting window for so much stuff. So I need to get those fields sorted so we can get some crops in the ground. Wheat, barley, canola, oats, sunflower, potatoes, sugar beet, grapes, olives, not too bothered about. So yeah, we need to sort of get a bit of a wiggle on, I think is the phrase. We're doing all right for KCC. We're still earning money. Like I say, the work we're doing for Clarkson's farm is part of the kind of contracting, consulting that Kaleb Cooper does already. So that's why we get the liquid fertilizer and the use of this for free. So there'll be no payment for this, other than the payment I get for doing the fertilizing contract. I did finish that other field. Did I show that last episode? I'm trying to remember. Hopefully we don't use all of this on this one field, but it will be interesting to see. That first field I did 4 full loads of 14,000 litres. So what's that? 28, 40, 50, 56,000 litres of manure to do that first field. I then took, went and got some more, went back over and started on the next field, which you'll see in a moment. Did 2 full loads, and that was everything at the farm. Everything gone, we used it all. And we have barely scratched the surface. So yeah, I mean, we're knocking on 80,000 litres. I mean, a lot. So we want the next turning just here. I have left all the gates open. And again, I'm enjoying the small farming aspect of it. You know, the backwards and forwards of doing the manure, it didn't bother me. It was quite, again, therapeutic. And it gave you that real feel of, you know, this is what you'd have to do, isn't it? You know, you're going backwards and forwards. You utilise it all, and if you have to then move on to chemical fertiliser, then so be it. But if you've got it there, if you've got slurry, you've got manure, then use it, you know. And away we go. I'm overlapping ever so slightly, but not too much. Look how much we're using compared to the manure, honestly. It's night and day. But I know what farmers would rather use, you know. Chemical fertilisers, whilst they do go a long way, are expensive. Really expensive. So if we can see any of the, right up in the distance there, you can see one of the withered fields. Hopefully this next run across, let's mind the wall. We'll be heading off to Withering Heights. Because it is the height of withering. I'm trying to think of a time that I've done where I've done a farm where we've let crops wither. It's because I came on to here from elsewhere, and it was just an oversight, unfortunately, in preparation. If you know what I mean. Knocked it down a notch. Oh, mind the fence. Oh, we're just above it, that's right. So what I'm going to do now, you can obviously... Actually, you know what? Oh, there you go, contract and field 39 finished. Job done! That made a massive difference. I mean, how much did we use? Next to nothing. So, let's go back to here. Contract complete. Collect. Boom. Field 32 is our next foray. So we are here. Trying to think, where can I... Whether I can get across to there. Or whether I'm better off just going up the main road. Out and back. There is a track there. That runs up. So whether we can get around the withered fields, I don't know. I'll try and pick my way across if I can. Is there a gate there? I just don't want to go honking across people's fields, you know. I'll go and get that one done, and then what we'll do, we'll get back to the farm, and we'll sort out. I might have to go up with Clarkson's Lambo up to the store. He has got a cultivator, but like I say, it needs ploughing, so potentially we'll do it all in one. We'll do it one hit, all the withered stuff. I'm probably going to come back this way, so I will close the gates on the way back. I promise. Pinky promise. There we go, we're coming up on one now. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what's called proper withered, that one. Proper withered. And we can run down the side there, looks like there's a gate at the bottom of that field. Right, see you in a bit. We are fully loaded with farm shop supplies. My contract is complete. I'm back onto Clarkson's account. We didn't use, well, I say hardly any of it. We compared to manure, not bad at all. I have left the sprayer up at the field next door, which is one of the withered fields. Clarkson's been out with his Lamborghini, grabbed the cultivator plough thing. We've got a Kun one, so we're going to be using that. That's up at Diddley Squat Farm shop. The first field we're going to do is right there, because the track that leads diagonally across the field, I don't think it's actually there in real life. The track goes down the side of the field. So what we're going to do is plough that out, as well as the withered crop. Then we'll move on to the field next to it. There's one here just to our right that I'm just driving past now, which is withered as well. That needs to be sorted out. But I've left the sprayer there because once we've done the ploughing, cultivating, I'll just say cultivating, it's easier. Once we've done that, we'll get our first fertilising state on it, and then we'll have to speak to Jeremy. It's Mr. Clarkson. I haven't met him. I wouldn't presume to call him Jeremy. Isn't it weird how over the years, it's probably no different to YouTubers and stuff, you watch a person long enough on various different platforms and you feel like you know them. But I still, if I met them in person, wouldn't... Yeah, you know, I wouldn't feel comfortable. Yeah, it's just, yeah, just saying Jeremy, it just wouldn't be right. Mr. Clarkson. So what I think we'll do, because we had problems with this before, I wonder if we can get around the back. If we drive all the way around it. Quite busy again at the shop. Don't want to see the track that runs down there? We're going to get rid of that. If I run around the back, so we're not in any pedestrian's way. I'm pretty sure everything here goes to the shop. It might be a little bit easier than how I did it last time. There we go. Apart from that person has just walked straight through. We won't pay attention to that. Oops. Nice little learner, isn't it? Eh? Not bad at all. So let's get this out of the way before anyone else comes round. These crops are withered, so I haven't got to worry too much about that. Just get the trailer out of the way. Tis a working farm after all. I have been looking for a mod. And we've got some outhouses. I suppose it might just be amusing to put some outhouses. I was looking for a decorative object. Lavatorial facilities. Because I think we need to have some, yes, some facilities there. Right. If we open this up here. I have to get the angle just right coming back. What we'll do is start off with this. Do that, that. There we go. The plane runs straight down there. We're getting some big old stones coming up again. I'm thinking I might have to get a rock picker, you know. Get some of those off, because that's going to seriously damage cedars and things, isn't it? Do that to there. And then what I'll do is once I've done all the bit that needs to be redone, I'll turn off allow create fields, and then we'll just get on with our cultivating. There we go. This Lamborghini sounds very strange. Not as throaty as I thought it would be. I don't recall it sounding like this before. Sounds like the valves or the tappets are bouncing. It's a bit rattly, isn't it? Am I just imagining that? Where's the jet wash? Do try and straighten up here. Might have to landscape that last bit, I think. Let's raise that up like Turn that off, and what we should be able to do now there we go. So we can crack on now without causing any damage now to anything else. I want to get into that proper... I mean, these are, don't get me wrong, these are withered crops. You see down there, sugar beet withered. It's got the texture and stuff on there. It's just that field down there looks... that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Proper withered, you know. I mean, but these are there. You can see they're brown, they're done, they're withered. Bill withered. I've got them all today. They're all coming out. Apart from the massive stones coming up. It's a nice, smooth, cultivated texture. We have got a lot of that happening though. That's odd. I had a little bit of that up there as well. I wonder if I need to create field there. Let me try that. It's a bit odd. It's not showing normally. Let's do that. Turn that off. Yeah, I don't know, that's peculiar. If I get any more of that, I'll just allow create fields again and we'll just tidy up a little bit. It could be just because of the nature of this piece of equipment. Actually, what we'll do, we've got a gap here. Let's raise it up. Looks like my beard. Grey and white and in need of a trim. I'm trying to think, is there a... There's a... It's quite big though, isn't it? There's a... Is it a Mack Trucker 921? Who is it? Might be Mack Trucker 921. I'm sure there's a large rock picker. I mean, there's a larger one that I use normally. I'm sure there's a proper big one, isn't there? Which might make quite light work of this. Just thinking the edge of that field's quite it's quite a ratty edge to it, isn't it? You know what? I think we might do. Let's tidy the edge as we go. Keep it nice and smooth. Or as smooth as we can. I might go around the other side and do that as well. It's going to take a little while, but it needs to. I suppose technically, I mean, I say that we could probably with a direct drill. Can we with a direct drill? I don't know. I haven't tried that. Like I say, I haven't really done withered crops before. Once you've harvested and you've got your stubble, if you've got a direct drill, you can go straight in onto that. But it is saying, and I'll show you, where are we? We're up here. So you can see, requires ploughing. But what's interesting, as we're going round, what I'm using is cultivating and ploughing, but it's leaving bits. Was that where the stones are? Because the stones are sat there, so it's not removing the ploughing texture because the stones are in the way. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I haven't been counting that either before. So yeah, it does need it, and it's going to need fertilising as well, as you can see as we go around. But yeah, I haven't ever tried to direct drill onto a withered crop. I guess you would just cultivate it back into the ground as you would a cover crop or something. But I suppose because it's withered, it's not a green crop anymore. It hasn't got any life to it. That's why, although I'm cultivating a crop in, I'm not getting a fertilising state because it's withered, it's dead, it's not going to give us anything. I think. I was just about to say this is probably a shorter episode. I always say that, and then when I come to edit, it never is. But we got a few more jobs done, which is what we were intending to do. It's what we're here to do. Helping out with some jobs that need doing. We are going to have to get onto fertilising and then putting something in the ground on these fields as well, if we are going to help out properly. Swing that around there, raise that up, tidy this edge up as well. Yeah, I'm going to have a look actually to see. I know it's not particularly realistic. I suppose I should go for a smaller one, but I'm just thinking for speed. Steering's run Clarkson's farm, a bit of speed, that's what we need. Speed and power. Just something to get those stones up. So yeah, I've done what I set out to do. That was kind of part of it. Make sure we get these with the crops sorted. Get some of the stuff delivered to the farm shop. Go down to the mini factories, mini productions, and check those out. Make sure. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to restock the sugar beet and sugar beet cut, wasn't I? I've got the withered crops to sort out now. We've got our contracts completed for KCC. Our fertilising jobs. I suppose there is still the sowing contract left for Clarkson that needs to be done, which we can get onto once all this is done. I just think we need to get this sorted so we can get it ready for getting a crop in the ground. Remember what I said, I did close the gates, look. So for anyone that was worried that I went and left them all, I didn't, I did close them all. It's just a bit of easy going, nice relaxing, bit of farming. Nothing too bonkers, nothing too over the top. Just chilled and relaxing. A bit too far there, never mind. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're still enjoying it. We are going to go back to Court Farm at some point. Of course we are. I've got stuff to do over there. If you are, and if you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.